What's up, guys? I'm Mike from StockedUp, and welcome back to the Stocks with Mike and Tom show. We have a lot to go over in this episode. Ticker symbol ZM is absolutely exploding on earnings. They just reported earnings, and they are literally exploding, breaking all-time highs. We had Tesla absolutely fly up too, up around 12%. Apple's up big too. The NASDAQ broke all-time highs again. So did the SPY, but the SPY kind of fell towards the end of the day, but the NASDAQ is still trending very strong. Overall, we have a lot to go over in this episode. We have a lot of great plays for the market for tomorrow, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video to see all the plays for tomorrow. And if you guys aren't subscribed, don't forget to subscribe to see our daily videos on your YouTube homepage every single day. Well, let's get right into it. So, Tom, what happened in the stock market today?
Yeah, the biggest thing that happened was that Zoom ended up popping about, let's see, from close, Zoom just popped about 10% on this earnings. And this was amazing. They quadrupled their revenue from last year, rising to $663.5 million of revenue. And they were only expected to hit 500 million. And that's a great, obviously they beat expectations, but they quadrupled from last year, which is amazing to hear. And they also had a 0.92 earnings per share, and they were only estimated to get, 0.341 earnings per share estimated. So they really blew up this afternoon, and it was really nice to see them go up. And I know a lot of our Discord members got into this, and our new bot even called this out right before close at the end of the day. And a couple of Discord members got in and got in on this 10% rise with these options.
Absolutely. I mean, Zoom absolutely exploded. It kind of reminds me of CRM from last week.
Yeah, it does. It's just like Salesforce. You can just see that big, huge momentum candle to the upside. And then even whenever market opened the next day, CRM still continued. So I think that Zoom could obviously still go up tomorrow. And I mean, they're just killing it in after hours right now. I don't know where they're going to stop tonight. That'll be my main question is, are they going to go all the way up to like $375 a share? I mean, they easily could with this type of movement.
Right. I mean, this is just crazy momentum. So we'll definitely, there will definitely be a lot of eyes on Zoom tomorrow morning. So overall, that's great to see. And then I'm really surprised that Tesla is still running up after the split. I mean, Apple did too, but they ran up so much before the split, and a lot of people were thinking, is Tesla and Apple, are they going to fall after the split comes out? But clearly that is not the case. They're still powering up, and it's just kind of weird to see Tesla right now is technically a $500 stock. It seems weird. Like, I know their valuation is still the same when they were like over $2,000, but I mean, I just can't believe this momentum in that side of the tech sector too.
Yeah, I think there's a big mental hurdle that a lot of people are just seeing that, hey, Tesla fell down to $500, so I'm going to go ahead and buy in, anticipating on it going back up to $2,000. And I think a lot of people, we just keep saying that, Tesla's still worth the same amount of money as it was pre-split. I mean, it went up a little bit in valuation, but obviously, it's going to be still worth the same market cap and everything like that. And it's really interesting to see it's still going up 12% today from open. I mean, I really expected it to go down. I mean, they totally beat my personal expectations. I mean, I just can't believe they're still flying in after hours either. And I mean, it's just those options are so expensive on Tesla and stuff too. I just can't believe people are still dumping cash into this. It's just so vertical over the past year that, I mean, man, like with the split, it looks like they were at like $50 a share and now they're hitting 500 a share. I mean, it's a crazy chart. We never see this. I mean, I know we've seen it in the history of stocks before, but I mean, this is just insane to see it now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, with Tesla, they are still volatile. I know they're making a lot of people a lot of money, to the upside, but just keep in mind, guys, eventually, at some point in the future, bubbles kind of like Tesla and Apple, they eventually will burst. I'm not saying they're going to crash or go out of business. All I'm saying is, this type of vertical run up cannot last forever. So please keep that in mind and don't let this hype, don't think it's always going to be like this. Like, yes, they have a ton of momentum to the upside, but eventually that's going to run out. So right now it's a great time to take advantage of these tech stocks to the upside. Just know that it's at some point in the future, it's going to turn around, and it's not always going to be like this. So definitely keep that in mind. And then what happened with JCPenney?
Yeah, there was some weird article came out on CNBC that says that JCPenney hits stalemate with potential buyers, lenders to make bid for department store in bankruptcy. So, really, I mean, it just says that the talks to buy JCPenney have hit a stalemate, and pretty much that the time is running out to keep the department store chain alive, the company's attorney says. And discussions with three potential bidders, including the mall owner Simon Property Group and Brookfield, which are two humongous mall companies. I mean, Simon is a huge one. And
Right.
talks with them have been underway, and they could possibly keep hundreds of stores open for business if Simon or Brookfield does end up buying this. But it's just one of those situations where we have a big retailer who went out of business, and they just could not keep up with the online sales industry that's really rocketing up right now. I mean, it's too bad that a company like JCPenney couldn't adapt quick enough to the online marketplace. And I mean, really, the COVID just really, I mean, hammered them and put them and Hertz both out of business.
Yeah, I mean, we both know that the major retailers like JCPenney were struggling long before COVID, but I think COVID really put the nail in the coffin for companies like JCPenney, and it's just not a good sign to see for them. You know, like I don't see an exact playoff of this right now. Like Simon Property Group, which was looking to buy JCPenney, which is ticker symbol SPG. They didn't really move either. I mean, they were down about 3%, but overall with the news, I don't see a play as of right now, but I can definitely see something in the future, you know, maybe if they get closer to a deal. But I think it's just interesting news to watch for right now.
Yeah, I don't think they might not even be tradable ever again. Like they might just get folded into SPG if they get acquired by them.
True. Yeah, that's true. And I know even Amazon was talking about potential interest in JCPenney a little while ago, but
Yeah, they were going to use them for warehousing, right?
right, yeah, or the fulfillment centers or something like that.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, so I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens with them. Amazon is doing amazing right now. They actually broke all-time highs today. So overall, I mean, things are going great for any tech stock right now. You know, we could see the Nasdaq breaking new highs literally every day, or literally almost every day for the past 2 or 3 weeks. So there's a ton of momentum in tech stocks right now, and definitely e-commerce. So keep that in mind. So now for today's Discord member of the day, and today's member of the day is RS. So RS is always sharing great plays, great information, and positive vibes in the Discord chat. So huge shout out to RS for being a great member of the Stocked Up Discord community and making great trades off of the new bonus today. He said he was 5 for 6 on the new bonus today, Tom.
Yeah, that's awesome. 5 for 6, guys, is amazing. I mean, the new bonus did great today. It called out a ton of hot stocks this morning, and one of the big ones it called out was AMD, and we just could not believe AMD just kept running and running once this was calling this out. And I mean, man, I know a ton of traders were in our Discord saying that they made 90% using the software today, and then that guy said he went 5 for 6. It's just a great overall feedback on the new bot. And if you guys want to check out the bot, just check out the statistical modeling link below. It's a great system, and it calls out awesome options day trades all day long. And you can see it was calling out AMD from open this morning, and it just flew pretty much all the way up through lunchtime today.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, it started calling out. I think it was like 25 to 30 minutes after open. So overall, great stuff happened today, especially with the release of the new bot. If you guys want to check it out, you can click the Stocked Up Options Alerts link in the description down below. But let's get right into the momentum plays for tomorrow. And the first one is ABBV, up just under 2%, was closing near its highs, had some great volume today. What levels should we be watching for tomorrow?
Watch for him to break 96.01, which was the high right before close.
Awesome. And if it breaks that, we can see more potential to the upside. With the next play, we have PSX, but this one is to the downside.
Yeah, gas station stock or oil stock. You watch for them to pop below 58.50 or 58.46.
Yep, so if it breaks below that, we will be eyeing it to the downside. And then we have AMD.
Yeah, this was the big runner. Watch for them to break above the high of 92.64 today.
Yep, and that's actually an all-time high. So if it can break that with momentum, it can definitely continue up. So great place for tomorrow. And then the unusual options activity for tomorrow, Tom, is it's the Zoom 370 strike call options that expire this Friday, September 4th. So there was about $1.5 million put into this play today. And I really wish I grabbed some of these before the market closed. You look at Zoom and after hours right now, but either way, someone loaded up on Zoom calls right before it closed today. So I wish I loaded up on this before close too, but I can definitely see Zoom continuing.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great play. I mean, even on a technical level, like I'm sitting here drawing some technicals from the past few weeks, and it really just rode a solid trend line up and just broke off of it broke off of it this morning, and then just rode that momentum up this afternoon on earnings. It's just one of those textbook plays. I know a lot of members were in it, but with this being said, I mean, Zoom might have went up so much today that it has a possibility of coming back down tomorrow. But I truly see it playing out like CRN did last week, how it had that big run up and then kind of was flat in after hours and pre-market. And then once the market opens, it might have more momentum to the upside. So really watch for it to pop in the morning, because if it doesn't pop in the morning, we might expect Zoom to maybe consolidate, around 350 or potentially fall down a little bit, because this was a huge move they had.
Yeah, I mean, nobody can call a top, not even Warren Buffett. But I'm kind of seeing Zoom kind of like a CRM type setup. No one can call a top. This thing can fall, and when the market opens tomorrow. But overall, they have a ton of momentum to the upside. CRM had a pretty volatile candle when they opened up on the day they gapped up. So we'll see what happens. But overall, Zoom has a ton of upwards momentum and definitely had some good call option flow for today. So now with the comments from the previous episode, and we have Taylor saying, wonderful job as always, guys. My absolute favorite stock channel. Keep up the great hard work. So thank you so much, Taylor, for that amazing comment. We had Chris say, do you think NIO will go down? What do you think?
Yeah, NIO. I mean, I think it's just one of those great stocks, kind of like Tesla, but just the chart's so vertical that I just have to see it going down. I mean, it was $1.19 within a year ago, or just a little bit over a year ago, and that's crazy to hear. And now they're at $20 a share. That's just such a big rise. I mean, I'd have to say that in the longer term, I see them going down, but I mean, in the short term, they were pretty green today, and it looks like they held their highs at close, and they might have some momentum tomorrow if they can break the high of today of 1983. It's one of those stocks that even if you don't want to trade options on NIO, you could even get shares on NIO because it's so volatile that, I mean, you could be, trading like today, for example, they popped about 13% from the low to the high. And that's pretty big for just a regular stock. And, that low valuation makes it very, I don't want to say, it makes a lot of traders want to trade it. Let's just say that.
Yeah, for sure. It makes it easy to trade.
Yeah.
Kind of like Apple and Tesla with this post-split price. So
Yeah.
we have Espejo saying, what do you guys think Apple will continue to run up after the split? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it looks like as of right now, they're going to continue running up after the split. But man, I mean, I have to say that within the next 6 months, I see these stocks potentially falling back. I'm not saying they're going to crash. I mean, I'd really like to see them maybe consolidate like Apple here, consolidate around maybe $110 a share. It's just crazy to see stocks go this vertical. I mean, they are tech stocks and they're doing very well with earnings and everything like that. So more power to them. And they have new stuff coming out with the iPhone 12. And apparently the specs on it are very good. There's a lot of good feedback so far from all the tech companies doing articles on it. And it just seems like good things are just happening to Apple. And nothing can stop Apple and Tesla. It seems like just green day after green day. And it just seems like gap up after gap up. We just can't fight the market on these, I don't think. So really, I think if we see some solid momentum over the next week or so, I think that these splits didn't really affect the companies too much.
Yep, for sure. I mean, they just have so much momentum. You can't really bet against them. But at the same time, they're valued so high where it's hard to like load up for the long term. So overall, they definitely have a lot of upwards momentum. And Apple has so much cash. Their future definitely looks bright, for the long term, of course. And with that being said, Tom, do you have any last minute stocks, options, or any insight for the market tomorrow?
Well, my insight was actually going to be AMD, and I know I called this out yesterday, and it ended up popping right through that upper resistance level today, and that was awesome to see. But really, my big call out for today is going to be SPCE. I know that they had some more momentum this morning. They did end up popping, and they're sitting right along my trend line right here. And they did end up, popping in pre-market today about 5%, 4.5%. But still, they have a lot of momentum. And if they can break this resistance of the other day of about 1850 and break my trend line to the upside, I think that SPCE might continue back on their trend up. I mean, they were sitting at around $26 a share just a few weeks ago. And I know a lot of people were trading the options on them whenever they were trading up to that. But if they can hold this momentum and start going up, this stock has a lot of upside potential, especially being with the space industry. There's not too many stocks in that industry right now. And this is a stock that a lot of people have their eyes on whenever it does move.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he had a pretty good day today. So thank you guys so much for watching this video to the end. Tom and I really appreciate all of the support you guys give to the channel through the form of hitting that like button, commenting down below, and subscribing. Thank you guys so much for all the support. Even a little comment helps us. Any little comments in the comments down below really help grow the channel. So thank you guys so much for all the comments and the likes and the new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that. If you guys want to try out the new bonus in the Stocked Up Options Alerts, you can click the Stocked Up Options Alerts link in the description down below. We just launched a new robot that calls out options to trade all day when the market's open. So we had some really great call outs this morning with Workhorse, especially to the upside. Like at 20 minutes after market open, and then AMD and NIO. I mean, overall, we had a really great day. So if you guys want to give it a shot, you can click the Stocked Up Options Alerts link in the description down below. We had a ton of positive feedback today, so consider checking that out. And as always, if you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, thanks for watching.